welcome to the 2025 Australia Day ceremony here at this stunning new community building. My name is Steph Madgen and it is my great pleasure to be your MC today. To commence our proceedings, I would like to invite Uncle Bill O'Brien forward to deliver the Welcome to Country.
Well, good morning everybody, and I say thank you for the invitation to come this morning. I truly enjoyed this proceedings, and I wish everyone that has been nominated a very grateful day today and having given an award to our special guest, Mayor, Adam Roberts, to Pat Conahan, and all the special guests that we have, councillors, and all of our OAN members that we need today. Thank you. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, to be as well. That means welcome friends to Europe country. And it is on behalf of Europe people, custodians of this land, I would like to pay respect to the elders both past and present, and extend that respect to each and every one present. I hope my feelings for this land is that of my ancestors, and hope you can understand the importance of what this land means to the Europe people. Personally, I ask you to look and protect the beauty of the sea, with its blue and its green and the life that is in it, as it continues to provide a nutritional diet to our people. Then gaze upon the golden sands and the jagged land and the life that is there. The abundance of shellfish and other treat for us all to enjoy. Put your hand to your brow and you will see a river or two, a river that is like our veins, that bring life to the land and all the many creatures that surround it. There within the borders of the European nation is the green and the gold, the red and the black. That's in our beautiful hinterland. It has an abundance of wildlife, nuts and berries, and the shell provides us. Then there's the sky with its ever-changing mood, the blue and the grey, the thunder and the whiteness of the lightning bolt. In the mornings they're reds, orange and yellows, and now and then they may be painted, mauve or pink. And if for some reason you happen to miss it, don't worry too much, as it's repeated for you just before dusk. They're the ever-changing clouds and sometimes none at all, when the colours of the rainbow are such a sacred thing. Yes, we are the custodians of this great and beautiful land, handed down from our forefathers. So seek the help of my brothers and sisters to maintain the trust of our ancestors and care for our culture and the land. Yeah, when we get old, too old to run, is then we'll pass on our land and culture to a much younger mob. So to the young, make us proud, grow strong and get the best education you can. Listen to the elders and their words of wisdom, because of their wisdom and their sacrifices, you now have a choice. We hope the choice will always be a wise one. That's just to ensure the future of the European nation. Come, Mother Gay, that'll do. That means come. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to acknowledge our distinguished guests. Federal Member for Kauppa, Mr. Pat Conahan and wife Ilona, Port Macquarie Hastings Council Mayor Adam Roberts, Port Macquarie Hastings Council CEO Dr. Claire Allen, attending councillors and OAMs, Councillor Nick Lipperback, Councillor Danielle Maltman, Councillor Chris Kirkman and Councillor Hamish Tubman. Order of Australia medal recipients, Patricia Johnson, John Ingram, Jeanette Hyde, Arthur Roberts, Jeanette Rainbow, Laurie Smith and Barbara Smith. Our Citizenship Ceremony guest speaker, Lucinda Gabriel, Citizen of the Year Award nominees, Citizenship conferees, family and friends. The following guests send their apologies and wish all the best for the day. Leslie Williams MP, Member for Port Macquarie, the Honourable Dr. David Gillespie MP, Michael Kemp MP, Member for Oxley, Deputy Mayor Lauren Edwards, Councillor Lisa Inton. Just a little housekeeping. We'd love to take the opportunity after the ceremony to have a group photo with everybody out on the deck. We're going to create a souvenir portrait of this special event, and yes, it'll be taken just on the deck afterwards. Following this, we'd like to also have our Citizenship conferees, mayor and councillors also go to the foyer afterwards for some more photographs, as well as photographs for our Citizens of the Year, which will be immediately after the citizen group. Please refer to your booklet for details on our Citizen of the Year Award nominees and the words for our national anthem. Today's ceremony is being live streamed, just to let you know. Bathrooms are to your right inside the building, and outside the building they're just around the corner. If it does get too hot outside during our refreshments after the ceremony, you're welcome to come back inside the building. Okay, now that we have that covered, let's get into the program. I hope you enjoyed today's ceremony and feel strong community pride and belonging this Australia Day. We are all part of the story.
Is the story of me.
It's the story of you.
It's a story of we.
In parts, it is painful.
In parts, it is raw.
In others, it's beautiful.
A story, great or
It carries often moved people from far and away.
and those who've been here.
Since the beginning of time.
It brings us together.
And tears us apart.
We all have our views.
So where do we start?
By listening to each other.
We're all part of the story. Australia Day.
It is with a warm welcome I invite Mayor Adam Roberts forward.
Thank you, Steph. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to acknowledge Mr. Pat Conahan. Thank you for coming. Uncle Bill O'Brien, councillors, CEO, our OAMs, and everybody that's watching on our live stream as well has been here today. For many people, including myself, Australia Day is a day to reflect on and celebrate what it means to be an Australian. It's also a day to celebrate contemporary Australia and recognise the diverse history, cultures and people that have shaped Australia into what it is today, the greatest nation on earth. It is important to acknowledge the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and their long history, the thousands of years of custodianship of the lands on which we gather, a land that we all now share. It's important to acknowledge the British settlement and the colonisation of Australia, our convict past, the creation of states and territories, and the many struggles our collective ancestors shared, forging a pathway leading to a now rich, complex and hard-fought 230-year history since that first fleet arrived. It's also important to acknowledge that many migrants who have settled here in Australia since then, who have helped physically, spiritually and culturally build our nation. A huge debt of gratitude must go to our many men and women of our armed forces, our veterans and diggers, our many women in supportive roles to assist those wounded, assisted and comforted those who had lost loved ones, friends and family in the pursuit of upholding the values, freedoms and democracy we are so blessed to enjoy in our great country. The way our servicemen and women contributed to upholding the freedoms we have and continue to enjoy cannot be understated, but should always be remembered and respected. Let's commend and celebrate those that continue to provide veteran support, and I thank you on behalf of our community. Let's give them a hand. Australia Day is a great opportunity to recognise and reflect on the support of our estimated 500,000 community organisations, community groups and community service providers from right across Australia, which are largely resourced by volunteers. I know our community has scores of organisations dedicated to supporting our community in so many ways, and I want to acknowledge that without their support, our community wouldn't positively function as well as it does. It's on the backs of those volunteer contributions that have significantly and positively contributed to the ambience, the well-being, social cohesion, support of individuals and of segments of our communities doing a tough, support of our community in times of crisis and in disaster, and much, much more. In keeping Australia beautiful, prosperous, harmonious and progressing, it's incumbent on all of us as a collective and as individuals to uphold the values set, recognise the contributions made and build on the partnerships forged by those that have gone before us. With the Port Macquarie Hastings area being one of the first significant areas since settlement, we have a rich history, an amazing procured landscape, and not least, an amazing tight-knit community that always comes together in times of need. It's important to continue to recognise those who stand out in our community and encourage them for their contribution over and above requirements, thank them for their leadership and support for and of our community. It will be an honour to see this year's Local Citizen Awards recipients formally recognised in this regard. A big thank you also goes to all nominees for our awards. Your contributions are very much appreciated. Today's citizenship ceremony is something that I know our soon-to-be newest Australians are keen to tick off and celebrate. I too am very excited to preside over what I believe is one of the most important traditions to hold on Australia Day. And finally, let us walk together, remembering and recognising the past and our shared history, but always looking to the future to find ways of personally, positively and collectively contributing to a cohesive future for all. Thank you. As we heard, we have a few apologies. I do have a note to read out from the Honourable Dr. David Gillespie MP, who couldn't be with us here today. So I'll read this on his behalf. Hello and good morning. Please accept my sincere apologies that I am unable to join you today to celebrate Australia Day and recognise our outstanding local citizens and our newest Australians. On Australia Day, we reflect upon our achievements as a nation, celebrate our Indigenous heritage and recognise the many contributions from generations of multicultural people who have helped shape the country to what it is today. I encourage you all today to take a moment to reflect on just how lucky we are to be Australian. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all the Australia Day Honours and Awards recipients. I thank you for your service and contribution to our community. I also want to congratulate those of you who become Australian citizens today. This is a moment of pride and joy for us too, as our country is enriched by your commitment and contribution to our great nation. Enjoy the celebrations. Happy Australia Day, the Honourable Dr. David Gillespie MP. It's a privilege for me to introduce our next guest to say a few words, Mr. Pat Conaghan. Thank you, Pat.
Well, good morning everybody, and thank you Adam, and happy Australia Day. This is a wonderful day and a wonderful event. Around Australia Day, I always like to tell a very short story about a constituent who came and saw me back in 2019. When people come and see me in the office, they normally have an issue that they need dealing with or a suggestion as to what we need in the community. But this lady, who was about my age at the time, told me this story. She said, Pat, I woke up one morning, my husband and I were in the kitchen, and my husband suddenly collapsed. I called the ambulance and he was taken to hospital here in Port Macquarie. He was then flown from Port Macquarie to John Hunter Hospital and then from John Hunter to Sydney, where he received treatment for a very serious condition over a period of 12 months. There were multiple surgeries, transplant, and then rehabilitation, which took place over about 6 months in Sydney. And then back in Port Macquarie, he received treatment here until he was well enough to go back to work. She said, Pat, I didn't know who the ambulance driver was. I didn't know who the pilot was who flew him by helicopter down to Newcastle. I didn't know who the doctors were who operated on him. I didn't know who the nurses were. And when we came back and had the rehabilitation, because it was a local community, I did get to know those nurses and those OTs who treated him. She said, Pat, I didn't receive a bill for anything. I didn't have to pay for anything. I didn't have to ask for anything. It just happened. And she said, for the best part of my adult life, leading up to this event, I would complain about the systems. I would complain about the government, or the hospital system, or the welfare system. And she said, after this event, I realised how lucky we are to have those systems. She said, they're not perfect systems, but we have them. And she said, that is Australia. We are lucky here to have that. We are the lucky country. We're not the perfect country. We don't have the perfect history. And we acknowledge that we don't have that perfect history. But if you look at other countries around the world, in the Middle East, you don't have democratic government. Even in the United States, if you want to go to the hospital, you have to have insurance. If you don't have that insurance, you don't get treated. So whilst our systems here in Australia might not be perfect, we are lucky to have them. There'll never be a perfect government. There never has been, there never will be. There'll never be perfect systems. But we need to work together as Australians. And the harder we work together, then the better Australia will be. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate everybody receiving awards today, and also to the nominees. And I'd like to congratulate all of those people who are becoming Australians today. Because citizenship to each of those people means something different. Some paths are very, very easy. But some paths to citizenship for some of these people have been very difficult. We welcome you. You will become Australians today. Congratulations. We love Australia. It's the best country in the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pat. I would now like to invite Port Macquarie Hastings Council CEO, Dr. Claire Allen forward for the Citizen of the Year Awards.
Short myself, so I need to bring it down a bit of Welsh. We're not known for our height in any way, in any particular way anyway. Thinking is there, that was a really great speech. Pat, thank you, that was fantastic, very inspiring and very true and resonates with me. Uncle Bill, you always give the best welcome to country I've ever heard, so thank you. Councillors, thank you for being here today. All nominees, how fantastic. Those people getting their citizenship today, again, it's amazing. I arrived in Australia when I was 18. I went back and forth to Wales a few times, and then basically I came back full-time at the age of 21. Now I started in community service, in youth services, and I have a background in terms of working with different community groups. I can remember really profoundly in the early days feeling quite disenfranchised coming from Wales, not really knowing anybody, and feeling quite isolated, and feeling like people in Australia were a little bit aloof. And so it was really very difficult to get to know people. But I remember this very inspiring young woman who said, you know, I work with homeless people, and they sometimes don't even know their families. So I've developed this program of getting them to make some bracelets. And I say to them, do you know where you were born? Well, that's the colour red or blue or orange, and that's one of the colours or pieces of the fabric that they put together. And she'd keep asking questions until they were able to make a bracelet, and it was all about belonging. You see, you do belong. You do have a connection. You are part of the fabric of any community or any place or any time. When we watch that video, we talk about let's start here. Where do we start? Well, we start in the very moment that we stand. This is the only moment that you can make decisions that can change the whole course of your life. This very moment. Now, I want to say that it is an absolute pleasure to recognise all of the nominees. For me, when we recognise people doing work in our community, We recognise the fabric, all the pieces that come together that make a profound difference for all of our lives. And to me, that is really absolutely profound. So if you're sitting here and you feel very humbled to be a nominee, then you should feel fantastic to be part of the fabric of this community. An example to those people that are going to be citizens today as well, to say that when you actually give back, you get back more, yeah? Is there anyone here that can say you don't get back more from giving? Well, we all know how much we get back. So without further ado, I am going to go through and read out the 3 categories of the awards. I will read out each category, and then I will invite the Mayor to come up and actually announce the runners-up or the winners in that category. The Mayor will then offer you an opportunity to say a few words if you so wish. So if you haven't prepared anything, then maybe you can think about it now while I'm talking, or you can just speak off the cuff, because I know that you can do that. So the first awards that we're going to come to is the Community Spirit Award. The Community Spirit Award recognises individuals or groups for their exceptional contribution to innovation, leadership and service, creating meaningful impact in our community. And I'm going to read out each person. You can wait for a round of applause to the end, and then basically I will invite the Mayor to come up. The first one is Alex McNaught. Alex uses photography and sound art to promote community spirit, support causes, and raise awareness, including environmental and mental health issues. I'll stop you. You've got that level of movement. So Peter Glasner's, Trevor Aspel and Philip Constable. Trevor and Philip enhance Port Macquarie's public spaces by removing graffiti, nurturing gardens, boosting community engagement and pride. Make a difference volunteers. The 200-strong MAD volunteer group provides meals, coffee and support to the homeless community. School of Hard Knocks Choir. This inclusive choir consists of individuals with disabilities. They spread joy and resilience through music and performances. Ellen Crepes. Ellen organised the Eat Soul Saviour Festival, raised funds for mental health, and championed cultural initiatives fostering community connections. Camden Haven Community at 3. This volunteer group provides meals, support services, and assistance for homelessness, helping Camden Haven residents in need. Hastings NAIDOC Committee. The committee collaboration delivered a hugely successful Family Fun Day in NAIDOC Week, celebrating Aboriginal culture, diversity, and strengthening community ties. Boulevard Place of Koala. Boulevard Creation is a testament to the power of collaboration supported by an exceptional team of partners. The project is a joint effort combining expertise and resources from various organisations to establish a world-class nature-based tourism experience. Let's give them all a round of applause. I'd like you to come forward. You have the great pleasure of announcing the winners.
Spirit Award. Now it looks like there are 2 winners in this category. So there we go. Split decision. So the Camden Haven Community at 3.
Well, this is indeed a humbling experience and a great honour for campaign community through. I think we share this award with all of the nominees because they all do fantastic work, and certainly around our area, we're not the only ones that manage this. You've got MAG, very appropriately named, and Aussie Battlers and a number of other community organisations. So I feel we share that. We're in our 9th year of operation. We commenced with a barbecue, which is held at the bottom of the back of Lawrence United Services Club, who are a great support to us and the community. Robbo Dwyer from the club is one of our patrons and gives us fantastic support in supporting the community. Community at Three is a standalone, holistic, faith-driven charity, non-denominational, where we address the total needs of the person. We always say that we will help everyone in some way, whether that is through advice, physical support, or occasionally and often monetary support. We've got 155 extended volunteers and 45 frontline volunteers that manage the everyday running of the organisation. Yeah, I think that's about it. We're honoured to receive the award, and we really do thank our community and our customers, our clients, for the appreciation they show and how they appreciate the help we give. Thanks very much.
And our joint winner for Community Spirit Award is Coolabah, Play Self One.
Hello everyone, it's an honour to accept this award on behalf of our partners, Forestry Corporation, Hello Koala Sculpture Trail, Wildnets, Koala Conservation Australia and Bunya Aboriginal Land Council, and the many, many other universities and schools and people who contributed, the students, and lots of volunteers as well from KCA, architects and engineers. If you haven't been to Coolabah yet, it is about opening a forest for everybody to go to. It's free, there are many free activities there, so it's for everyone. And there are other activities that are paid that are wonderful prices, but it's about learning about how to truly care for forests. Our theme is caring for country, learning from our traditional owners how to better manage our forests and how to get it right for the future and how to manage the land, and teaching children and adults all about that through an experiential tourism and learning experience. Please go, have fun. It's a little bit hot at the moment. Autumn will be perfect later, and really enjoy it for many years to come. Thank you for the award.
Fantastic. You're actually getting to learn about different things within the community as well, which is brilliant. And look at this amazing venue. If we haven't said so, we know this is the first time we've ever held Australia here because it's now open up and it's really beautiful, and it's really great to celebrate different aspects of our community. We now come to the Young Citizen of the Year Award. This award honours a young individual, 12 to 25, I can't remember being 25, but anyway, who inspires others through exceptional leadership, advocacy and commitment to community values, making a meaningful and lasting impact. And the first one is Caitlin Black. Caitlin advocates for neurodivergent and LGBTQI+ youth, creating safe spaces and supporting those with mental health challenges and disabilities. Nate participates in frame running events, inspiring others and promoting inclusion, proving that anything is possible with the right support. James Cockshut. James, a surf life-saving volunteer and leader, supports youth, raises funds for cancer, and mentors students in cultural and leadership initiatives. Fantastic.
Young Citizen of the Year. We actually have a runner-up and a winner. So I'm going to announce the runner-up, who is Caitlin Black.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the award. Sorry if my voice is shaking. I'm very nervous right now. But I'd like to say a massive shout out to Steve and Sam on the council. They're amazing, and Steve created the Enable Group, which has allowed people with disabilities a voice on council, and it has allowed them to be here. I'd like to give out a massive shout out to Headspace. Without them, I wouldn't be here, and Jules and Em have mentored me, and they have given me so many opportunities. And YRG, they're the best. But most of all, I'd like to thank my mum and dad. Without them, I wouldn't be here. Doctors told me that I wouldn't do anything, and I would never be able to do anything. But my mum and my dad never gave up on me, and yeah, without them, I wouldn't be here. So thank you.
So the Young Citizen of the Year winner is James Cockshut.
James couldn't attend today, unfortunately, because he's volunteering for his Surf Lifesaving Club at the Country Championships.
This is a bit of a surprise. As I said, James is down in Wollongong competing in the Country Surf Championships. I'm a volunteer here at the observatory, so that's the reason I'm here. It'll be no surprise unless you already know. But thank you very much to everybody that's here. I just dropped that his mother just won the 2K surf race down there as well. She's 50, so it's pretty good.
How fantastic. Sometimes things collide in the universe, don't they? You've got to go somewhere, you're winning an award, but that's all really great in terms of inspiring us as well. We now come to the final category, which is Citizen of the Year. The Citizen of the Year Award, our highest honour, celebrates inspirational role models and a significant positive impact and long-standing service to the Port Macquarie Hastings community. And the first nominee we have is Lisa Ray Harrison. Lisa Ray leads Hastings Neighbourhood Services, delivering programs like Food Connect and supporting vulnerable community members with compassion. Patricia Tom. Patricia has transformed lives through the performing arts at St. Agnes Primary School and further into the community, fostering creativity, confidence and connections. Erica Gleason. Erica Autism Swim Initiatives have revolutionised aquatics for individuals with disabilities, promoting awareness of the neurodiversity and inclusion across 30 countries. Di Bannister. Across her 30-year career, Di has trained over 280 crisis supporters and leads mental health support at Lifeline and Mid Coast, offering vital help during disasters. Ian Caput. Ian has preserved the Douglasdale Historic Homestead, enriching the community's connection to its past and promoting local heritage. Melinda Cockshott. Mel co-founded Heart of Courage, raising funds for regional cancer patients, especially First Nations, promoting active lifestyles with over $80,000 raised. Let's give them all a big and celebrate people. I'd now like to invite the mayor to come.
It is with great pleasure and an honour to let you know that we have a runner-up in this category as well. So, to announce the runner-up for Citizen of the Year in the Port Macquarie Hastings, let us please congratulate Erica Gleeson.
So I'm going to keep this very, very short and sweet. Thank you so much for the recognition on behalf of the inclusion movement. 1 in 5 people have a disability, and I would urge you to look at that as a call to action rather than a statistic. I wish I could say more today, but I hope that my actions continue to speak louder than anything I can say today. So thank you so much. It's everybody.
So the 2025 Macquarie Hastings Citizen of the Year goes to Di Bannister.
Well, I'm not usually one that's stuck for words, but I am a bit at the moment. It was an honour and I must say a privilege to be nominated and to win. It was amazing. The people that were all nominated along with me, congratulations to you for that. And it's a big heartfelt thanks to all the people that I work with, and that's paid and unpaid. The volunteers have a big place in my heart, because I think without our volunteers, Lifeline would not be the organisation that it is today. And for the people that reach out to Lifeline, well done you too. I want to thank my family. I have 4 of my family with me today, but family means the world to me. And I think for the reason that I feel that is that without them, I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do without their support. Thank you to everybody that's been a part of this ceremony, and I am absolutely overwhelmed and very pleased. Thank you.
Thanks, because you can almost feel that level of anticipation and excitement, but behind each person there's a lot of other people as well. And that's what we talk about when we talk about the fabric of our community. So congratulations to all the nominees, to all the runners-up, and to all the winners, thank you. Let's give everybody one big round of applause.
Thank you, Dr. Allen, and thank you, Mayor Adam Roberts. And congratulations to all nominees and winners. I'm pleased to share that the media has been notified of this year's winners and provided with summary biographies through our official media statement. We will also be publishing this year's Citizens of the Year on our website. As I mentioned earlier, there will be opportunities after the ceremony for photographs and for you to share your stories with each other. Thank you for investing your time, energy and passion into making the Port Macquarie Hastings a vibrant and supportive community, a true centre of excellence and a welcoming place for everyone. Your contributions inspire us all. Today we are privileged to hear from an inspiring local whose journey to citizenship beautifully reflects the Australian values of resilience, community and cultural diversity. Originally from the Seychelles, she has navigated the challenges of adapting to a new country while staying deeply connected to her roots. Her story is one of embracing opportunities, overcoming obstacles and finding joy in sharing her culture through teaching, dance and community connections. Please join me in welcoming Lucina Gabriel to share her story with us.
Les invités distingués, messieurs, mesdames, bonjour. Distinguished guests, fellow citizens, all families, good morning. Fate, they say, is unpredictable. Yet there I was yesterday dancing to my traditional dance in Afrobeat at Town Beach with a group of beautiful friends from different parts of the world. It all started with two people. One from the Seychelles, the other from Australia. Two individuals who had lived 21 and 24 years separately, each navigating their own stories, completely unaware of each other's existence. Yet, through the shared passion of inspiring and educating young minds, their paths connected. That chance meeting led not only to the union of two families, but to the formation of a vast network of friendships and bonds spanning the globe. Today is an emotional and proud moment for me. It is a deep honor to stand before you, joining you in celebrating your journey to becoming Australian citizens. Like you, this day symbolizes so much more than the process of citizenship. It's about belonging, growth, and hope. It's about the weaving together of our stories into the ever-evolving mosaic that makes Australia vibrant and unique. Being the youngest of 9 children in a large, bustling family, growing up in such a big family taught me resilience, the value of hard work, and finding joy in life's simplest moments. These lessons shaped me and have been the foundation of who I am today. But I could never have imagined where life's journey would take me. I first moved to Tanzania in East Africa to pursue teaching. That's about 15 years ago. It was there that I met my husband, Will, an Australian. That encounter changed my course forever. Moving to Australia came with both excitement and challenges. Like many of you, I faced the reality of starting over by adjusting to a new culture. Finding my place in this vast land and facing challenges such as reskilling, in psychology and counseling, and dealing with hurdles like having my qualifications not immediately recognized. But within those challenges were opportunities to grow, to deepen my resilience, and to view the world through a different lens. I learned that Australia embraces you, but also stretches you, asking you to bring your best while honoring your past. Gaining my citizenship in September 2021 was more than a formal procedure or a test. It was a moment of reflection. It was a moment I understood the beauty of balancing my heritage with the values of my new home. Today, I call Australia home, but I carry Seychelles in my soul. Being a citizen to me doesn't mean leaving behind who you are. It means blending it with something new. I speak Creole to my children to keep our language alive, cook traditional Seychellois meals for my family and friends, and teach traditional dances through community dance classes in the local area, where every song and movement connects me to my roots. Sharing these cultural treasures with others has brought me so much joy. Citizenship is not just about eating Vegemite toast or playing backyard cricket. It's also about where you live. It's about how you belong and the stories you carry forward. Australia is a land of tremendous beauty, a clean, safe country with opportunities for healthcare, education, and raising a family. But like many who migrate here, I've felt some of the struggles, being categorized by my nationality, the difficulty of explaining and proving my skills, and adapting to differences. Yet, alongside those struggles came kindness, the warmth of connections forged through church communities, sports, and friendships with other migrants who shared common experiences and traditions. I am proud to say that we enriched each other and shared our cultures with open hearts, both giving and learning. To my fellow new citizens, let us take a moment to recognize how far we have come. This is not just a day of celebration. It's a day to reflect on your journey, on the sacrifices and growth that brought you here. Be proud of where you're from and what you bring to this incredible country. And remember, citizenship comes with responsibility. It's about connecting, giving back, and strengthening this diverse and rich nation we call home. Through unity in diversity, we find strength. By respecting each other's stories, celebrating our differences, and embracing our shared future, we become more than a community. We become family. I encourage you to step forward and share your culture. Extend your hand to others and create opportunity to build bridges, not just for yourself, but for those who will follow in the years to come. This country thrives because of its diversity, a patchwork quilt of cultures, histories, and experiences. Together, we make Australia a safe place for families to grow, for dreams to flourish, and for new stories to begin. Thank you, and congratulations on becoming part of the ever-evolving tale of this great nation. Here's to the future we will shape together. Let's enjoy.
Thank you for sharing your important part of our program. I would like to invite Mayor Roberts, please, up to the lectern.
Lots of paperwork up here. Just reshuffle. Okay, we've now come to our Australia Day Citizenship ceremony where 13 local residents are making their pledge of commitment this morning. This is a very proud moment for me, performing my first Australia Day Citizenship ceremony as your recently elected mayor. Australian citizenship is an important common bond for all Australians, directly contributing to a unified, cohesive and inclusive Australia. As at December 31, 2024, more than 20,600 people from over 150 countries have been invited to attend one or more than 380 citizenship ceremonies hosted by local government councils and other organisations nationally as part of their Australia Day events program. Of these, more than 14,600 people from those 150 countries have been invited to become citizens on 26 January 2025, which is today, Australia Day, at one of more than 280 ceremonies across the country. In 2024, our area here in the Port Macquarie Hastings welcomed 200 new Australians into our community, and no doubt that number will continue to grow in the coming year. Australian citizenship is an opportunity for all Australians to acknowledge and reflect on the beautiful country that we live in and the lifestyle and freedoms that our democracy affords us. For those of us who have not had the privilege of choosing to become an Australian, we've had the good fortune of being born into a nation that prides itself on looking after each other, particularly in the toughest of times. This sense of mateship provides strong societal bonds which are very evident in regional communities like ours. There is no need to convince anyone here today that we are fortunate to live in a very beautiful part of the world, and we will continue to grow as a nation and build on the best qualities of the previous generations who have so heavily influenced our national character. To quote two lines from the lyrics of the song, "I am Australian, we are one but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come." That tradition continues today with our conferees making their pledges coming from South Africa, the United Kingdom, India and New Zealand. Congratulations to each of you on your decision to become an Australian citizen, and it's great to see family and friends supporting you here this morning. Today's ceremony is conducted as prescribed in the Australian Citizenship Act 2007 and the Australian Citizenship Regulation 2016 under the authority of the Minister for Home Affairs, the Minister for Immigration and Multicultural Affairs, the Minister for Cyber Security, the Minister for the Arts and the Leader of the House, the Honourable Tony Burke MP. The Minister has sent a message for today's ceremony, and with pleasure I invite the Honourable Mr Pat Conahan MP back to the lectern to read the Minister's message on his behalf. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Mayor. In a few moments' time, Australia becomes an even better nation. When you make the citizenship pledge, you take on the privileges and the responsibility of Australian citizenship. From that moment, your journey and heritage will become part of our shared Australian story. We are privileged to share this beautiful country with First Nations Australians, the custodians of the world's oldest continuing culture. Appreciating and understanding this truth is a vital part of what it means to be Australian. Australia welcomes you as a full member of one of the most diverse nations on earth, where our citizenship is a bond which unites us all. Australia welcomes you and everything you bring to Australia. Today, your new nation says to you, welcome home. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr Conahan. Australian citizenship represents full and formal membership of the community of the Commonwealth of Australia. Australian citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and obligations, uniting all Australians while respecting our diversity. Persons on whom Australian citizenship is conferred enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations by pledging loyalty to Australia and its people, sharing our democratic beliefs, respecting our rights and liberties, and upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. Only by willingly and fully accepting these obligations as Australian citizens, we can ensure that our rights will be protected now and into the future. Making the Australian Citizenship Pledge is the final step in you becoming an Australian citizen. We now come to that formal part of the ceremony where the pledges will be made. I now ask the following people to stand: Maritz, Grace, Gurpreet, Lee and Kenneth, who are making the Australian Citizenship Pledge number 1, the oath under God. Please stand and repeat after me. From this time forward under God, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Thank you. Please be seated. I now invite Lindsay, Deborah, Darren, Jacqueline, Dane and Heidi, who are making the Australian Citizenship Pledge number 2, the affirmation. Please stand and repeat after me. From this time forward, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, whose laws I will uphold and obey. Thank you. Please be seated. Well, after all that red tape, interviews and waiting, it's my great pleasure to say congratulations. You are all now officially citizens of Australia. Let's give them So we've now come to the part of the ceremony that you'll all be waiting for, I'm sure, the presentation of the certificates. Our MC will call up the individuals first, followed by our family group, and photos will be taken at the conclusion of the event. I'd also like to mention that the envelope you received this morning, you'll find a 2025 Australian Citizenship coin from the Perth Mint as a small memento from Council to mark this special occasion. Please return to your seat once you've received your certificate. Thank you.
Maurice Dutoit. Lindsay Fletcher. Deborah Gray. Lee Heaton. Darren Hunt. Kenneth Oswald. Jacqueline Shea.
congratulations. As new citizens of Australia, you are now formally identified with this country, our people, our governments, and have been provided with a citizenship certificate to mark this important commitment. Australia gives all its people the chance to live and grow in freedom and to share in the common good. In return, it's our duty to be good neighbours and good citizens. Today is also an opportunity for all of us to take pride in our citizenship and reflect on the meaning and importance of being Australian, whether we are Australian by birth or Australian by choice. The very elements that have made our nation so great are resourcefulness, resilience, curiosity, creativity and courage. These are required in equal measure as tolerance, empathy and active engagement if we are to continue to grow to be a great nation into the future. With that in mind, I would now like to extend an invitation to all Australians witnessing today's ceremony, including our newest Australians, to join with me in making the Australian Citizenship Affirmation Statement to reaffirm our loyalty to Australia and its people. It's certainly not compulsory, and for those who would like to join in, please be upstanding and repeat after me the affirmation by an Australian citizen. As an Australian citizen, I affirm my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I uphold and obey. Thank you. Please remain standing if you can for the Australian National Anthem. I now welcome our guest singer, Mr. Matt Brooker, to come forward to perform our national anthem, Advance Australian Fair, and I encourage everyone to sing along, including that second verse.
Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth of toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath our radiant southern cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this commonwealth of ours renowned through all the lands. For those who come across the seas with boundless place to share, in courage let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
What a voice, thank you, Matt. I've listened to Matt's tunes around our region for many years. Thank you for an amazing job that you do. This act of law is now finalised, and congratulations again to our 13 new Australians. Let's celebrate again. And just a quick reminder that now you've become an Australian citizen, you have the right and responsibility to vote at future local, state and federal elections. It's compulsory for all citizens over 18 years of age. If you didn't take the opportunity to enrol this morning with the AEC rep in the foyer, in your envelope you'll find an information sheet on how to do this. by scanning the QR code on the sheet, you'll be directed to the Australian Electoral Commission's website. So please ensure you enrol to vote as soon as possible to have your say with the announcement of the federal election likely very near in the future. If you are planning on travelling overseas, you'll need to apply for an Australian passport. Please allow time for processing of your passport in line with your travel plans. And on behalf of Council and those here today, I wish you all the best for the future and hope you have a great day celebrating your citizenship with your family and friends. Congratulations again to our very worthy Citizen of the Year award winners and all award nominees. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to our local communities. Again, I also pass on my best wishes to our OAMs who are here this morning, and thank you again to our special guests for being part of Australia's Port Macquarie's Australia Day event. I'll now hand back to Steph to wrap things up. Happy Australia Day, everybody. Thank you.
Could everybody please exit via the rear door for our group photo and some delicious refreshments. Photos with our citizenship conferees, mayor and councillors will follow this in the foyer. Then photos of our Citizens of the Year will be immediately after this. Enjoy Australia Day. If you want to call off and I with you on a day like this, don't forget we have the free and fun Splash Fest events at Port Macquarie, Warhope, Laurelton and Kendall swimming pools today. Thank you all for your attendance and enjoy your day.